Alright, what's going on everyone? So these Reanimator decks are everywhere. There are so many builds. There's Rakdos that we're playing today. There's Orzhov, there's Bant, there's the Sultai, Squirming, whatever deck. There are a lot of decks that are reanimating Atraxa and Valgavoth, and today we're playing a Rakdos version. The reason we're playing Rakdos is because first off, I like Rakdos, and secondly, this deck kind of plays, like it feels more like a mid-range deck first, kind of, but we have this big reanimation thing. So if you're not familiar, first off, we have big reanimation targets. Atali, when he enters, he gets some extra cards. We have Atraxa, when she enters, she gets some extra cards. We have Valgavoth, which is really hard to target. The reason we like these three reanimation targets is because if the opponent hits this with a removal spell, it still gets value because it gets 2 cards. If the opponent hits this with a removal spell, it refills our hand anyway, and we can just get more reanimation cards. And this is just really hard to target, right? So they're very sturdy, decent things to reanimate. We also have Trumpeting Carnosaur. I really like this one. It's the worst thing to reanimate. It's a 7/6 that discovers 5, still very good. But the upside is we could pay 3, discard it to deal 3 damage to something, which means it's a removal spell and it's a reanimation target that self-discards. For reanimation, we have Zombify, 4 mana, return anything from the graveyard to the battlefield. So we can get these for 4 mana. We also have Rakdos Twins Up, 5 mana, does the same thing, adds 2 counters, and then whenever a legendary creature dies, it's going to deal damage to the opponent equal to the power of that creature. So if the opponent does hit our Atraxa, for example, with a removal spell, they'll take 7. They'll technically take 9 from Rakdos Twins Up. That's cool. So how do we get these in the graveyard? We have Bitter Reunion. When it enters, we discard and draw 2. That not only gets reanimation targets in the graveyard, but it draws us through our deck so we can find our reanimators. We can also pay 1 sacrifice to give our stuff haste, which is pretty cool because, playing an Atraxa then giving it haste is pretty good. We also have this. The Delirium is we can get an extra combat step, but more importantly, it is discard draw. So we discard one of these, draw another card, get something in the graveyard. That's important. We also have a removal spell that lets us discard a card, 2 mana, destroy any creature, any planeswalker, and we can discard a card or pay 3 life. We're usually discarding a card. We also get to play Liliana as a discard outlet. Great mid-range planeswalker, makes the opponent sacrifice, makes both of us discard, and in our case, the discard is beneficial because we can discard our big stuff. And then we just have some removal. We have Cut Down of Duress. And we have, because we're in Rakdos, we get to play Push Pull. So for 2 mana, it destroys a tapped creature. So it's a removal spell. And for 6, we get to return 2 creature cards from a single graveyard to the battlefield under our control. They're going to gain haste, but we have to sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. That sounds bad, but in our case, paying 6 for this, getting like Atraxa and Atali back, even if we have to sacrifice them end of turn, first off, they're going to deal 14 damage. We get to attack for 14 for 6 mana. But then we get all the free stuff, right? We get the free cards from this. We get the free cards from this. So even if we have to sacrifice them end of turn, we get to refuel and get a lot of value out of it either way. So yeah, that's it. That is Rakdos Reanimator, one of many. Oh, I should mention also, we have a discard outlet here. We can animate this to discard draw. Another way to discard big stuff as well as draw through our deck. Also, should probably be playing more of these. I'm guessing I have 1. Yeah, of course, that's why. I think probably having 2 or 3 of these is probably better because the Surveil can get big stuff into the graveyard for free, and it's just more filtering, right? Because we have lots of moving pieces, right? We need discard outlets. We need stuff in the graveyard. We need reanimator stuff. We need all that stuff to go right. So the more filtering, the better. So Theater's probably one of the better lands for this deck. Let's just here, we'll do this. We'll do we'll at least go to 2. There we go. Look at me being a professional here. Anyway, this is one of many Reanimator decks. Let's try it today, see how it feels. So I've been playing this deck a bit, and what I've noticed compared to other Reanimator decks that I've played is I find myself pretty okay. This is perfect. This is everything. This is exactly what I was about to say. The opposite of what I was about to say. I've found that I can keep hands that don't have all the pieces, right? Because Reanimator decks are usually a little bit mulligan happy. They need a mulligan to find, they need a discard outlet. They need a payoff. They need a big thing. They need a reanimator. We got all 3 of them somehow in our first game. But because they rely so heavily on that stuff, Reanimator decks will usually mulligan pretty aggressively. But I've found while playing this that I've kept incomplete hands a lot. Just because we have so much removal And the deck feels kind of mid-rangey with all the spot removal and the card draw, that I will keep hands that don't have all my pieces, because that's like, you know, I'm going to draw a lot and stuff and it'll be fine. Alright, well, this is going to hit me and that's fine. We played the tap land. I don't even know if we play Bitter Reunion. I will see what we draw. It's an untapped land. Yeah, I think we can discard one land. It's a bit rough because I'd like to play both of these. But, we will... maybe I discard this just in case they can destroy my basic somehow. We'll probably draw more lands because we draw 2, but we didn't do that. But it's fine. We will zombify Valgavoth, which is basically impossible for them to target. That's fine. They cast that. I don't care. They're gonna use that to find a land because they missed a land drop. Did they find it? Yes. Okay, so let's just reanimate Valgavoth. And here we are. Welcome to the Reanimator meta. It's not really a Reanimator meta. This isn't... these Reanimator decks aren't very popular right now. Ever since that Kaido Dimir Midrange deck rose to the top, all the Reanimator decks have left because Reanimator decks are really, really weak to counter spells, right? So if you hated these decks, but you hate the Dimir Midrange Kaido deck, just note that that deck has completely deleted these from the metagame. So, I mean, hey, you're kind of between a rock and a hard place. Right? Something has to, you know, something has to give. We don't have any other thing to reanimate. We're just going to attack for 9. They block. Well, if they block, then I can cast that. Gives me something to do with my mana. Actually, it costs life, right? That's how that works. Right. I knew that. Don't mind me. Let's go ahead and kill my... Nah, maybe I kill the pickpocket. I don't care about the fear of missing out. So we'll kill this. We'll cast it. We'll kill this. We will not cast it because it goes to my graveyard. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically, Rakdos joins up the fear of missing out. If we draw a land, we can do that. We can give it haste. Then get the extra combat step with Valgavoth, and that's probably fine. Because remember, we have the Bloodletter now. Gix's command. Destroy each creature with power 2 or less. Each opponent sacrifices the highest thingy. Yep, that's fine. We can just Rakdos joins up. So now if we get a land, we don't. Bummer. Still, we'll play this. We will get Valgavoth back. It's an 11/11 now. If they kill it, they take 11, which they need to cast another Gix's Command or a Sheoldred's Edict. They've already played one of each. Also, if they kill this somehow, sure. If they kill this, we can pay 6 to withdraw land, reanimate this, and fear of missing out. We would attack for, what, 13? Then untap the Valgavoth. Would we have Delirium, though? We wouldn't. Instant sorcery, instant. Yeah, we can kill them next turn. I can play this. I can give it haste. We can attack for 22. Does require them to not have answers here. Okay, yeah, we win. Sure. So we will pay 2 for this. We will discard Atraxa. We will give haste. We will attack. We will untap Valgavoth. And then we will kill them. Nice. There we go. Just a casual 46 life. Very nice. So that's Rakdos Reanimator. Well, there it is. That was like the ideal hand, to be fair. Milk Senpai. Okay. We have everything again. Except mana. But we do have card draw here. I will keep. So we can discard the Atraxa. We can... Oh, a blue. Okay. This is very, very losable if they have any counter spells. It might just be... What the heck? Candy Trail. It might just be the Oculus deck, which is also tough. It's so fast. But I think this might be like cookies, kind of, right? That deck. I'm going to play this one because I want to draw. I did get a tap land here, so that's good. Okay, we got all of our stuff. Tap land next turn sucks. Okay, Simulacrum, that's a scary thing. I've played this deck before, and my assessment of this deck is that absolutely sucks unless it draws the simulacrum, and then it's absolutely broken. We do need to land, so I guess I gotta keep that. I'm going to duress them. Let's get this out of their hand. That's good. So we have 4 lands next turn. It's probably just a Liliana plus. When I play these decks, the games I get the synthesizer, I just feel unstoppable. In the games that I don't have it, it feels unwinnable. They got it, but they're light on cards, so that's good. Alright, we're going to plus. We'll discard Valgavoth, and all we need now is a land off top, or a Zombify off top. Both are good. They discarded the Elspeth Smite, which is smart. It's borderline useless. It kills Fear of Missing Out. Thran Spider. Well, this is not good for me. Like, we might lose to this. Again, the synthesizer. All that matters is, do they get the synthesizer? And this time, the answer is yes, they got it. Ha. Bummer. So we hope they sacrifice the 2/4, and then we can kill the other one with the trumpeting. Perfect. So that's going to go to a 3/3, which allows me to deal 3 damage to it. And that's fine. Just a land or a Zombify. That's all I need. This is, I mean, I can kill it, technically. Do I want to? Do I care? Let's see what they... Okay. I will if they target that. I will discard a card. You discard this. I mean, they're flooded. They don't care about losing the land. I just want to keep it... Okay, well... we didn't reanimate anything, but we got a tilt. That works. I definitely think we could have lost that, though. That was a sketchy game with the synthesizer. That deck... those synthesizer decks, they're so frustrating, because if you get that... There's no way we're just getting, like, everything. I guess we don't have a target, a reanimation target. We don't have everything. Is it keepable, though? I think so. We have Cut Down for red aggro. We have Virtue for red aggro. We have a discard outlet here, discard outlet here. We just need to find a big thing. Blue-white again. Worst matchup, I think. Any deck with counter spells is really bad. We can discard one of these, Fear of Missing Out. Should we, though? They're not playing creatures. No, we discard the Virtue. Perfect. We can discard that. This is what I was saying. It discards itself to itself. That's good. The only problem is they don't have creatures, so we can't discard it right now. But we can discard it to the other Fear of Missing Out, which I think is what we'll do. We'll play this. The problem is I don't know if my Zombify is gonna get countered. But maybe we just beat down with Fear of Missing Outs, and that's fine. Rakdos joins up. Okay, that's good. Attack for 2. This is fine. Just give me another discard, I guess. I'm okay with that. So Cut Down, probably useless. It's hard to say what the win condition of this deck could be. Don't know. Okay, so it's more combo-y. Let's just go ahead and do this. Well, they're tapped out. We have a Carnosaur in the graveyard. No blue lands. So, let's just Zombify Carnosaur. We would discover 5. Probably hit like a removal spell or something. But it goes to hand, we do. So we'll put it in hand. We will attack for 2. Moment of Truth. Land in the graveyard. Nothing. Can I get Delirium? I can if this resolves. Let's see what happens. Discard Atraxa. We will attack. Untap this. They might bounce it. It's okay. Yeah. That is fine. Still taking 2. Did they keep both top? I think so. Okay. Take 2, go to 16. Okay. They're searching a lot. And they had the phylogeny. Okay, this is the Omniscience deck. Sure. That is unfortunate. What these cut downs are completely useless. We'll just do this. Well, so long as they don't combo this turn, and I don't think they do. But how do I win here? I mean, I can get Atraxa. I think we just lose, though. We'll get Atraxa. We will get... Let's get Zombify, Land, Enchantment, Instant, and this. Alright. We will attack. Oh, I should have attacked first. I could have gotten 4 more damage. This should be at 8. I think I might be dead here with this. It's the combo. They just have infinite everything now. Yeah. Yep. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. They can just draw through their entire deck now. Somebody thought Omniscience in Standard was good. This is in Standard for 5 years at least, by the way. I can't believe they were like, hey, let's make a set that's legal for 5 years. What should we put in it? And they were like, yes, Omniscience. That's the card we want in Standard for 5 years. I know a lot of people, a lot of the older veterans like myself, as soon as we saw that, we're like, are you serious? This is in Foundations? And then you have like Gavin Verhey, like, yeah, people will get excited, but no, I'm not excited. I'm not excited at all for 5 years. It's not even like a tier 1 deck, right? This is one of those like tier 2, tier 3 decks that every time you see it, you just sigh and go, okay, here we go, right? It's one of those decks. Yep. I don't think I can complain too much. I am playing Reanimator, to be fair. I have an Atraxa in play. But, man, Omniscience, huh? Yep. Yep. We'll just let them do this for 15 minutes. Here we go. Breach the multiverse. That's fun. What if they mill themselves by accident? Right? That's why you can't quit these games. You never know. You never know when they're just going to mill themselves. They could do it. What creatures do I have? None? That's painful. Alright. There are 6 cards. I can't quit. They could mill themselves out. They actually milled their entire library. So now they have to kill me. Or they just die. There's a Liliana. Okay. Yep. More of this. Can they do this forever? Right? They don't have to quit this, right? They can literally just cycle this endlessly and never do anything. Oh, they're gonna mill me and then I mill out. And there's a breach. And now I'm gonna start milling out. Well, how many do I have? I have 9. One more breach and I just lose. They drew a card. Oh my god, they drew with fear of missing out. And see, that's the problem. We have to see here. We can't leave because they might mess up, and they did. They reanimated my fear of missing out, had to draw and discard, and killed themselves. If they just didn't reanimate this, they were gonna mill me out with where even is it right now? Breach the multiverse, right? They mill themselves out, they mill me out, they pass to me, I draw and lose. But they reanimated this, they drew and discard, they killed themselves, and I'm just stuck sitting here for like literally like 10 minutes because they might do that, right? And you could say like, don't waste your time and just concede, but it's so lame, man. At least Reanimator decks kill you, right? That's always been my thing with like control decks and mid-range and even combo decks that win quickly, but those like those eggs style decks, right? Eggs and what are some of the older ones? What was that mill one in Modern for a while that had like the lantern control? My god, it's just like, if you can't win somewhat consistently, somewhat quickly, then like, please, it might be fun. We do get the draw here. We get the surveil. All we care about is the lands right now. So this surveils. Anything that's not a land goes in the graveyard. This is going to draw, discard. It's all fine. There's a land. Great. That works. Okay. Surveil. Blue again. Worst possible color to play against. This is why these Reanimator decks, you might not have seen as many of them. And right, if you've been playing a lot, it might seem like there's a less Reanimator around, and that's because counter spells, man. There's a lot more of them in Standard right now. They were basically unplayable for a while because you just lost to red aggro. But the combination of red aggro being nerfed a bit in best of 1 and this blue deck getting more popular is just lefty. What was I saying? I got lost in what I was saying. The red aggro deck got nerfed. It opened the way for these it opened the way for these Dimir decks. And that has led these reanimator decks to feel kind of terrible. This is not a, this is more like a hard control deck though, looking at it. Alright, need lands now. I took this, by the way, because it kind of combos with this card. I don't care about the board wipes too much. There's a land, that's good. One more, and we can play Rakdos Joins Up, or we need to draw a Zombify. Alright, pass the turn. Yeah, land off top is Rakdos Joins Up. They do have board wipes. I don't know if I care that much. Maybe I do a little. The answer is, or the question is, do we resolve our Rakdos Joins Up? That I'm not so sure about. Attack for 2. Okay, sure. Have struggled to find lands despite, I think I'm playing 25? Oh, it's tap land. That's painful. But okay. They have 5 lands for their board wipes now, but the benefit of reanimating Atraxa is it refills our hand. So we'll try this. Okay. Sure. Zombify. We will try this. Nice. Okay, so we want reanimators. Let's go to the back. We want Zombify. We want untapped land. Reanimator. And then you. I think it's fine. Okay. Actually, I needed a discard outlet, didn't I? Probably. Because they can they collect evidence? They have 6? What is it? Collect evidence 6? Okay. Unfortunate. Sure. If they kill my, if they try to board wipe with this, I can respond, kill my own Atraxa just to get Valgavoth in the graveyard. Yeah. Okay, in response, I am going to discard. I'm going to target you. Yes. I'm going to discard you. Great. They can still collect evidence and wipe it from my deck, but I get one of them. They chose, Atraxa. Fear of missing out, that's fine. Alright, so I can actually just cast a Tali, which actually might be the best. Let's just cast this. Alright, we get... Well, I don't want to cast a Deadly Cover-Up, but I will cast a Cut Down on my own fear of missing out, and I will decline this. Because now, if they kill a Tali, I can reanimate both a Tali and Valgavoth with this. Although I'm not even sure if that's worth it, to be honest. Might just still be Rakdos Joins Up. Deadly Cover-Up? Sure. But they can only get rid of one. They can get rid of a Tali or Valgavoth. It looks like they chose Valgavoth. Sure. Land. Okay, that's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Dang, if this was an untapped land, that would be very good. That goes into the graveyard. Now it's interesting. I can do the pull. I still think it's probably... Hang on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can... Okay, so it's Bitter Reunion. We will discard one of these. Then it's 4 for this. Get back a Tali. Okay. Let's see what we get. We get another Atali. So we will cast the Atali. I don't need to cast the Anoint. Doesn't matter which one I keep. We'll keep this one. We'll do this again. My god. Okay, neither of these are useful. Alright, decline. And then I'm going to sacrifice this. Give this haste. Attack for 7. They just have a removal. Top or bottom? I mean, I can just cast it, so it goes on top. Trumpeted Carnosaur, sure. Same thing, yeah, that's what I've been dealing with. Do they have to cast it? No, they can just not. Discover usually goes in your hand, right? Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so now they can just kill my thing. How about we... 1, 2, 3, 1, 2... Yeah, we can... Whoops, we can do this. We can minus, target you. Do I have any I do have a Tali and stuff, it's fine. Okay, well, we will Rakdos joins up. We will choose Tali. It's a 9/9. They take 9 if they kill it with their go for the throat. Fear of missing out, that's pretty cool. That doesn't do anything. I will do this. I will not do anything with that. Yep, but they take 9. So go to 7. Draw and discard. I will discard the Atali. Get a Zombify, sure. Cut down, fine. That was mine. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I can play both of these next turn, which is pretty good. How many cards do I have? 20 to 31. I can search for a counter spell here. We know they have them, right? The 3 steps ahead. They get a... That's not a good choice. Because Rakdos joins up just... Oh, they can make me sacrifice. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Okay, sure. We're going to play this. We're going to discard this. We're going to Zombify. We're going to choose Atali again. We're going to get stuff. Zombify. We would choose Trumpeted Carnosaur. You would discover 5. It's a Duress. Sure, let's cast Duress. Time Stop. Sure. And then we will sacrifice this to get haste. And then we'll attack for 14. Did I even read this card? No. Okay, I don't care. Opponent's dead. It's fine. So we are undefeated so far, so that's pretty cool. I think it shows just how resilient it is. Right, when you think of Reanimator decks, they're so all in on trying to do their thing. And when they don't, they just fall apart. But what's cool about this Rakdos deck is it feels so good at filtering, right? It's so good at drawing, and we have a mid-range staple, right? The fact that we have reanimation targets that we can also use as removal spells that self-discard, awesome, right? We never even used this once, but there are times when you can pay 6 for this, get like, you know, a bunch of power. If you already have a Rakdos joins up in play, by the way, and you pull and get like Valgavoth and Atraxa back, you attack with them. Even if the opponent survives, you have to sacrifice them and then lots of damage, right? So Rakdos joins up is a pretty cool reanimation spell. Also, having a filterer, right? A draw and discard thing that can also give us multiple attacks with our big guys. That feels good. And giving it haste, right? So you can see how this all kind of comes together in a interesting way compared to some of the other reanimation decks. There's so many, right? They're all just trying to play Zombify to get a Valgavoth or an Atraxa back. But I like this one. But yeah, that's it. That is Rakdos Reanimator. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I will see you in the next one.